About 500 years ago, an unprecedented meteor shower tore through space and formed a huge black hole from which countless monsters came out. Humanity named them evil spirits and they fed on humans, but the humans had no option of fighting back. The survivors established many safety zones with which the war against the evil spirit began. Soon humans extracted a special substance from the evil spirits and injected it into animals, causing them to mutate and become stronger than before. Humans with strong spiritual power could sign contracts with these animals and make them their spirit pets. This created a whole new job, the Spirit Masters. They became humanity's hope to fight against evil spirits. The story begins in the woods where Zhu Wei along with his friends and their spirit pets were harassing Caiyingxing and his pet 205. Zhu Wei's spirit pet was a huge blue fox and it kills 205 right in front of Caiyingxing's eyes. Zhu Wei beats up Caiyingxing and mocks him that he thinks of himself a spirit master without having a contract, and thinking that he can compete with others with a husky. Caiyingxing tells him that he will definitely kill him one day. Zhu Wei makes fun of him and tells him that he can kill him in no time. Suddenly a girl shouts from behind to stop it. It was Caiyingxing's step-elder sister. She tells them to leave him as they have already killed his pet. They lets him go as his sister Ruoxi was their senior. She tells Caiyingxing to stop doing this as he cannot win against spirit masters, especially Zhu Wei as he belongs to a powerful family. Meanwhile, Caiyingxing keeps crying holding 205 body. She tells him to stop as it was just a dog. He replies that as they are not the same, she can never understand. Tears coming out of his eyes, he pledges that one day he will become a spirit master stronger than anyone else. He puts 205 on the ground telling that it can rest in peace now as it won't have to suffer anymore. Since childhood, 205 always stayed with him without any complaints. He tells him that even after being an orphan he never felt alone because of him. He promises to take his revenge. As he touches 205 wound, their blood fuses, and suddenly a projection pops up mustering that the Spirit Pet Creation Simulator system has been activated and he can create a spirit pet using it. Caiyingxing was shocked. It asks him to open the mysterious treasure chest as an initial reward. He opens it and gets a few materials to create a spirit pet. The system asks if he wants to try it on the dying husky. Caiyingxing asks if he can actually revive him. The system replies with a big yes. The system recommends adding the blue light mass and netherworld fire to increase the attributes of the created spirit pet. Without any hesitation, he puts all the materials into 205 body. 205 levitates in the air and starts glowing up. Its size and physical structure changes. Soon it transforms into an evolved version of 205 that is Cerberus. Then the system asks to select 2 skills for the spirit pet. He picks Nether Fire Strike and Shock. As soon as this completes, he starts brimming with power. He feels like he can now defeat an F-rank spirit all by himself. Then the system asks him to sign a contract with the spirit pet. He remembers how his spiritual power was affected because of an incident when he was 5 for which he never became a spirit master. He wonders if someone like him can actually become a spirit master. The system assures him that it will be successful. So, he bites his finger and puts it on Cerberus's forehead. With a beam of light flashing, the contract becomes successful. Now 205 could communicate with him. He asks 205 if he can turn back into his original form as this form might scare normal people. 205 turns into his small dog look. They both were very happy. Caiyingxing determines to teach the bullies a lesson who earlier killed 205. As soon as Caiyingxing enters his house, his stepmother starts shouting at him for his dirty clothes and his messed up look. Caiyingxing ignores him and keeps walking towards his room. She gets even more pissed off. She threatens him that if he keeps showing his attitude then she will chase him out of the house and make him an orphan as he was before. When Caiyingxing was 5 years old, he had an accident in which his parents mysteriously disappeared and he became mentally injured. After recovering, he was sent to an orphanage. Next year, 2 couples adopted him, but they already had a daughter. They quickly discovered that his spiritual powers are damaged, so they started hating him. But just for the sake of law, they reluctantly kept him with them. They always treated him like an animal. But now he knew that he don't have to endure anymore. He gives a fierce look to his stepmother and energy exudes from his body. Her mother backs off. Ruoxi stops him. Then before his stepmother could get more angry, his stepfather stops her. He tells her that as soon as he turns 16, they will discard him. But the stepmother doesn't listen and tells him to get out of their house. Caiyingxing replies that he will gladly do that as he don't want to live there any longer as well. Without any second thoughts, he packs his things and leaves. Ruoxi runs behind him and stops him. She tells him that if he comes back and apologizes to her mom, then she will persuade her to let him stay. Caiyingxing rejects the offer. Then she gives him some money as he will need it outside. Even though she never treated him well, but she also never bullied him like others. So, he takes the money and tells her that he will return it next time. Then he finally leaves the place. Then he goes to an apartment building and rents an apartment. The owner tells him that he will be living with a very pretty girl as well. He tells him that she rarely stays at home and has a bad temper. Also, he warns Kaingsing to never enter the wrong room at night or else she will beat him to death. The next morning, Kaingsing goes to his school and finds Zhu Wai and his friends waiting for him. Zhu Wai compliments his regeneration ability and asks if his pet is already dead, then why is he still coming to school? He stands up and walks towards Kaingsing. He realizes that Kaingsing is now taller than him, so he wonders how he grew so much overnight. Then Zhu Wai raises his hand to make him bow, but Kaingsing stops it, grabs his hand, and pushes him toward the ground. With just a tiny flick, he fractures Zhu Wai's left arm. He starts screaming in pain. Kaingsing tells them that this is just the beginning and they will suffer even more in the future to pay for what they did. With a livid face, Zhu Wai summons his Ironback Wolf. It was rated 1.5 stars, which was far less than 205 5 stars. He fuses 205 skills with himself and decides to fight the wolf all by himself. The wolf leaps to hunt him. As the wolf attacks, Kaingsing uses his shock ability to freeze it. It gets frozen in the midair and then he kicks it really hard on the belly. The wolf gets knocked out along with Zhu Wai. Zhu Wai's friends could not believe that Kaingsing is actually beating a spirit pet barehanded. The Ironback Wolf and Zhu Wai gets up to fight again and Kaingsing prepares himself as well, but suddenly a girl intervenes them. She warns Zhu Wai to not summon his pet inside the classroom as it's against the rules. She was Xia Xiaoyu, their class monitor. As Zhu Wai denies to listen to her, now she summons her spirit pet, Huo Huo. Huo Huo was a fire spirit finch bird with a 4-star appraisal. Kaingsing guesses that it must be really strong. The next moment, their teacher Jiang comes in to stop them. She scolds Xia Xiaoyu as she broke the rule even after being the class monitor. Xia Xiaoyu gives her excuses that it was all Zhu Wai's fault as he first summoned his pet. The teacher, however, strikes her stick really hard on the table and lividly orders them to dismiss their pets and go to the infirmary immediately. While leaving, Zhu Wai threatens Kaingsing that he will have to pay for this, and Kaingsing also tells him that the broken wrist is just the beginning. Their teacher, Jiang, was surprised to know that Kaingsing actually fought the Ironback Wolf with his own strength. While running around the school grounds for punishment, Kaingsing tells Xia Xiaoyu that she didn't have any fault, so she shouldn't get any punishment. Mentioning him brother, she replies that she doesn't mind it as she can't watch Zhu Wai bully him. Earlier, when the teacher was punishing Xia Xiaoyu for her reckless summoning of the fire spirit finch, Kaingsing requests the teacher to give him the same punishment as well, as it was actually his fault. The teacher agrees as he insisted so much. Xia Xiaoyu and Kaingsing knew each other from the orphanage. Xia Xiaoyu's spiritual powers were really strong, for which the vice president of the Jiangnan Royal Management Association adopted her, and with the large amount of resources given to her, she became one of the strongest spirit masters in her generation. Xia Xiaoyu stops running suddenly. She asks him if the news of 205 being dead is true. She tells him that Zhu Wai is bullying him due to her, as he is jealous of their relationship and as she has rejected his confession before. She starts crying and tells him that she had no idea that Zhu Wai will ever go to such an extent and kill 205. Patting her, Kaingsing tells her to stop crying as it's all Zhu Wai's fault. He also tells that 205 is alive, and with a swift hand movement in the air he opens a portal from which 205 jumps out. 205 blushes and gives a perverted smile to Kaingsing. He feels embarrassed. And finally, Xia Xiaoyu learns that he is now a spirit master. As he was explaining her the whole story, Zhu Wai's blood was boiling watching them. Now he determines to kill him. When Kaingsing returns to his apartment, he finds the door unlocked. He enters inside and sees that a girl is showering inside. He blushes and wonders if it's the same pretty girl the landlord mentioned. Then all of a sudden, she comes out naked, and as soon as she sees him, she disappears instantly. Then she appears again, and with clothes this time. Kaingsing tries to explain to her that it was an accident, but the girl rushes towards him with a small dagger and attacks him. He dodges it, which was shocking for the girl. She keeps attacking while Kaingsing keeps trying to convince her. Kaingsing realizes that he will have to stop her to talk, so he grabs her both hands and tries to calm her down. While doing this, they slips and Kaingsing falls on top of her. There was an awkward silence for a moment, and then she shouts at him to get off her. Both of them stands up and Kaingsing asks her if she will use the knife again. With a yes, she kicks at his testicles, but Kaingsing uses his shock ability on time. It was a really close call. Being frozen, she wonders how can he control her body like that. Then Kaingsing again tells her that it was an accident and it was her fault, as well as she came out of the shower naked recklessly. She turns around and leaves, telling him that she will kill him if he doesn't forget what happened today. The next day at Mercenary City, he inquires about the requirements to take a mission at a counter. The counter lady tells him that he will need a mercenary badge. Kaingsing asks her how can he get one. She explains to him that as long as he joins a mercenary group officially registered with the Mercenary Association, he will be given a badge automatically. She also tells him that to join a group, he needs to go to the recruitment plaza where many groups are looking for teammates. He thanks her for all the information. Some other dudes notices how polite he is. One of them stands up and starts going towards the counter. When Kaingsing passes him, he feels amazed looking at his height. He breaks the queue and straight reaches the counter. Some people gets pissed, but others explains to them that he is Qiuiwu of the Iron Blood mercenary group and is ranked first in the city. He was an E rank. He rudely asks the counter lady if there is any mission for him. As Qiuiwu breaks the queue and reaches the counter lady tremblingly tells him to follow the rules. He gets mad and asks her what right she has to say that to him when no one else in the line couldn't. She repeats the same request again, but this time Qiuiwu raises his hands, intending to beat her. As he attacks her, Kaingsing grabs his hand to stop him. Qiuiwu asks him why is he butting in and who in the world is he. Kaingsing answers him that he is just an ordinary student who dislikes bullying. Qiuiwu tries but couldn't break free. He wonders how an ordinary student can have such strength. People around them thinks of the same thing as well. Everybody was amazed that he was trying to take a fight with Qiuiwu. Qiuiwu knew that it will be shameful for him if he loses in front of all these people. So he tries to punch Kaingsing using his other hand, but using the correct timing, position and action. Kaingsing very smoothly tosses him up and slams him on the ground. No one there could believe their eyes. Qiuiwu now gets furious. He stands up and summons his pet, the Berserk Bear. As soon as Kaingsing sees that it's a 2-star, E3 pet, he knew that it won't be easy to deal with. The bear uses his shock roar which stuns everyone else, but Kaingsing finds it cute. Qiuiwu remains shocked to see this. Then Kaingsing raises his right hand and summons 205. Everyone was guessing that his pet must be as vicious as him, but they remain speechless when a husky jumps in front of them and starts stretching. Then everyone makes fun of it. Qiuiwu also tells him that he thought he is a kid from some well-known family with the necessary education and resources, but it seems like he was overthinking. He orders his Berserk Bear, Xingda, to tear 205 apart. The bear leaps to attack it. Kaingsing also tells 205 to show what he has got. 205 jumps to dodge Xingda's attack and tries to attack him back. Everyone thinks it's a joke, but 205 transforms into his Cerberus form in the mid-air. Qiuiwu starts sweating when he saw this. The breathtaking fight between 205 and Xingda begins. Xingda tries to strike 205 using its claws, but 205 dodges and uses his shock ability. As the bear freezes, 205 strikes his eyes with its claws. Qiuiwu instructs Xingda to keep attacking and to use Brutal Impact. From the other side, Kaingsing tells 205 to use Nether Fire Strike. 205 uses his technique first, but Xingda withstands it and strikes him with Brutal Impact technique. 205 sustains some major injuries. Kaingsing blames himself for this. He realizes that he shouldn't have launched a frontal attack on a pure strength type spirit pet. He observes Xingda and notices that even though it resisted the Nether Fire Strike, its body and soul still have suffered heavy damage. He commands 205 to go back and rest. 205 asks him how will he fight without him. Kaingsing tells him that he has a solution. Thus, 205 disappears. Qiuiwu calls this a stupid move. Responding to him, Kaingsing tells him that someone who makes their pet fight even after an injury doesn't have any right to call themselves a spirit master. Qiuiwu again calls it childish. He tells him that during a mission when he can't even make sure that he is safe, then how can he guarantee his pet's safety? Then he orders Xingda to kill him. As soon as Xingda raises his claws, a man tells them to stop it. He asks Qiuiwu why is he not following the rules of the mercenary city to not fight outside. The people started whispering. He was the city lord's son. Everyone usually calls him young master. The people there thought that he has come to take care of the Iron Blood mercenary group. Qiuiwu tries to explain to him that it's not his fault as Kaingsing insulted him. With a smile, he tells him to not get involved in the matter for the sake of the Iron Blood mercenary group. The young master tells him to shut up as he is not qualified to speak for the Iron Blood mercenary group. Qiuiwu frustrates and turns around and tells that he will forgive Kaingsing today as the young master is present, but if he sees him ever again in the city then he will kill him. He discharges Xingda and leaves. Introducing himself as Sutila, the young master asks Kaingsing if he is alright. Then in return, Kaingsing thanks him for coming and relieving the situation. Sutila tells him that as Kaingsing was the one helping his staff, he shouldn't thank someone else. He then appreciates that Kaingsing managed to injure Qiuiwu's Berserk Bear. Then he also warns him that Qiuiwu is a vindictive person, so he will not let him go easily. Finally, after all this, Kaingsing reaches the recruitment plaza. There, lots of groups were recruiting. He finds some of them very peculiar. Then he finds the girl from his apartment sitting on a chair in a place. Kaingsing feels amazed that she looks so different after putting on clothes. When Kaingsing spots the girl from his apartment, he approaches her and tells her that fate made them meet again. He takes a proper look at her and quickly turns away. She was wearing a very tight dress and her breasts were half revealed. Kaingsing wonders why she always wears such revealing clothes. She asks him why was he there. She then grabs him by his collar and warns him to forget last night's incident or else she will kill him. Kaingsing actually came there to apologize, but he cancels the plan as he knew she wouldn't listen. A tall old man suddenly shows up from behind and calling her Kinghan asks her if he is a friend. Kinghan denies. Then coming close he asks Kaingsing to join the Carefree Mercenary Group. He introduces himself as Yi Xiaoyao, the leader of Carefree Mercenary Group and the father of Kinghan. Turning away lividly, she tells her father that she doesn't know him. Then Yi Xiaoyao asks him his name. As soon as he hears that his surname is also Yi, his eyes start sparkling. He becomes very excited and tells him that he must join the group now that their surnames are the same. Kaingsing tries to explain him that even though it sounds similar, but their meanings are different. But Yi Xiaoyao didn't care. Then he declares Kaingsing an official member of the group. Kaingsing tells him that he never even asked for that, but Yi Xiaoyao tells him that he should join as he is looking for a group and as Kinghan is in the group. He tells Kaingsing that he will be given special privileges if he joins the group. Kinghan bonks her father on the head angrily. Kaingsing asks him if he is okay, but before he could notice, he puts a Carefree Group badge around his neck. He also quickly registers his name into the system and takes him to the headquarters of the Carefree Mercenary Group. When they reach there, Kaingsing asks him why there isn't anyone else around. Kinghan comes from behind, telling him that it's because there are only 3 of them in the group. Kaingsing feels cheated. He wonders if they are even allowed to take missions. Then cheering him up, the leader tells him that there's a 2-star mission right now. So, he along with Kinghan should try it out, but before Kaingsing could feel a little better, Kinghan tells that she won't do it as she can do the mission by herself. She calls him a burden. Xiaoyao apologizes for her rude behavior, but Kaingsing tells him that he is even more excited as he will get to see Kinghan's outstanding skills. Finally, Kinghan agrees but tells him that she will not take responsibility for his suffering on the mission. Then they both leaves for the mission in a vehicle, and she explains him that their mission is to eliminate an E-grade evil spirit that has appeared on the highways of Jiangnan City. As it was a ghost-type spirit, it could not be detected by any device. As they were discussing all this, suddenly a very beautiful fairy-like woman appears levitating in front of them. They were both astonished, but suddenly she disappears. The fairies continues to appear. Both Kaingsing and Kinghan were lost in the moment. 205 somehow communicates with Kaingsing and wakes him up. Kaingsing comes back to his senses and sees a rock wall in front of them. Kinghan was still in the dream and she was stepping on the gas pedal. He tries to wake her up, but she didn't wake up. 205 suggests him to use shock on her and Kaingsing uses it as well. Kinghan also returns back to her senses. She realizes that they are heading towards a rock, so she presses the brakes with full force. As Kaingsing was not wearing seatbelt, he flies away, breaking the front window and lands badly on the rocky ground. Kinghan rushes towards him and asks him if he is good. She becomes really worried. Kaingsing's head was bleeding, but he tells her that just as Uncle Yi said, she has a soft heart from the inside. Then she drops him on the ground and tells him that she was only making sure that he is dead so that she can feed him to the evil spirits. Then she looks around wondering where they are now. Kaingsing stands up and tells her that as they were trapped in an illusion, it must have been the work of that ghost-type evil spirit. Then she asks him how did she escape from it. He replies that it's with the help of his pet, 205. He opens the portal and 205 looks at her and thinks that his master has found her for him. He jumps out of the portal straight towards her. Kinghan gives 205 a spin kick which smacks him on the rocks. Then Kaingsing explains to her that 205 is a demon-type spirit and he is good against ghost-type spirits. Kinghan looks at 205 and tells that he looks more like a silly type. Then she reminds Kaingsing that they must find the ghost spirit before it gets dark. Kaingsing asks 205 if he can track down the evil spirit using his nose. 205 comes forward and starts barking at nothing. Kaingsing tells her to be careful as the spirit might be somewhere nearby. Kinghan summons her spirit pet. A huge black panther appears and it has 2.5 stars. Kaingsing and 205 both were shocked to see it. Then Kinghan explains that as their opponent is a ghost type so they can't see it and both of their spirit pets are good counters for it. So, there's no way that the evil spirit will attack them head on. Kaingsing tells 205 to get ready. 205 transforms into his Cerberus form. Now Kinghan was shocked. She wonders if it's the same dog as earlier. Kaingsing asks 205 if he can locate the evil spirit. 205 says yes, and then Kaingsing tells him to use nether fire on it. 205 uses it and then finally they could see the ghost. She was a level E7 resentful ghost with a purple aura eluding from her body. She starts screaming so loud that everyone had to cover their ears. Kinghan tells her pet, Blackie, to use Heaven's Wrath. Blackie strikes the spirit with it and she turns into dust. Kaingsing was glad that she stopped screaming. Suddenly 205 tells him to look behind. Kinghan attacks and injures him a little with her dagger. Even after that, Kaingsing tells 205 to not do anything rashly. He realizes that she has been affected by the evil spirit's aura of resentment. So, her resentment against him was being amplified. King Hin goes berserk and attacks him with full force. She was fast but disorganized. Kaingsing knew that he cannot use shock as she was too unstable. So, he decides to get rid of the evil spirit instead. He commands 205 to find and eliminate it. Within no time 205 spots it and attacks it with nether fire. Kaingsing also tells Blackie to help 205 to make his master free. They both combines nether fire and heaven's wrath and strikes it, but it had no effect on the evil spirit. Then Kaingsing remembers that its weakness is in the center of its eyebrows. So, he orders 205 and Blackie to target it. Meanwhile, King Hin lands another lethal blow on him. Kaingsing wonders if he can survive any longer. He pities himself for dying at the hands of a woman. While King Hin was trying to kill Kaingsing, he remembers what Kui Wu told him. He realizes that it's really a place where he can't even be sure of his own safety. He thinks he is going to die, but all of a sudden Blackie and 205 uses a very powerful combination strike and kills the evil spirit, and King Hin comes back to her senses. She was befuddled, and then Kaingsing faints. When he wakes up, King Hin was applying bandages to his injuries. He flirts with her a little, but she says she only bandaged him because she is responsible for his injuries. 205 shows him the soul pearl he got from the evil spirit. He recognizes it. King Hin tells him that she didn't expect him to know about soul pearl and spirit pet advancement. With a smile, he replies to her that he is an excellent student in school. Then she tells him that 205 should eat it as he was the one to eliminate the spirit. Thus, 205 swallows the soul pearl. As soon as 205 eats it, his level advances to E3. The system rewards him with a mysterious treasure chest for that. He opens it and receives a blue water cube, which was a 5-star material, and has the power to control the space along with a 3-star Empress Scepter and a 4-star Ancient Pillar. He was very happy that he got a lot of things this time. King Hin asks him what he is thinking. He tells her that he is really happy that 205 leveled up. Now he realizes that he is the only one who can see the Spirit Pet Creation Simulator. They returns to their headquarters and tells their leader. He was very happy to know that they have completed the mission. He tells them that he will give them a commission fee, but King Hin tells him to give her share to Kaingsing as he was the one to defeat the evil spirit. Xiaoyi appreciates her modesty. He decides to do as she said and takes out the bundle of notes. Kaingsing's heart starts dancing when he thinks that he will get it all, but instead Xiaoyi gives him only 1,000, combining their commissions. Kaingsing feels cheated again and asks him how a 2-star mission is worth so little. But he gives excuses that the group need operating funds too. Before Kaingsing could talk to him more, he leaves talking to someone on the phone, which actually was a remote control. A few days later, when there was final exams going on in Kaingsing's school, Miss Jiang explains them that they can summon their spirit pets for quality check, and those who don't have a spirit pet will have their soul talent checked. Laughing from behind, Zhu Wai mocks him that he neither have a pet nor soul talent. Giving him a very cold smile, Kaingsing replies that he has just recovered from his broken wrist and now again looking for a fight. He asks Zhu Wai to bet on whether he will pass the exam or. As the preparations were completed, Teacher Jiang announces that the test will begin now. The protocol of the tests would be that once your name is called, summon your spirit pet for the test. The teacher calls out the first student, Zhang San. He summons his black beetle and puts it out for the test. It happens to be of average quality, so he will be sent to common class. Next, she calls Zhu Wai. He summons his pet for Kaingsing's surprise. Zhu had a different pet this time, but then he realizes that Zhu has loads of money on his hands, so where people go through a lot of trouble just to buy a spirit pet, but he could easily afford changing pets whenever he wants. Teacher Jiang starts the test. The pet comes out to be of elite quality, so he will be sent to the second best top class. Xiaoyu arrives at the scene and asks Kaingsing if everything is okay and Zhu Wai didn't cause any trouble again. Kaingsing assures her that everything is good and she doesn't have to worry about him anymore. Zhu Wai, watching them both so close to each other, gets jealous. He jumps in the conversation and asks Kaingsing if he remembers the best, that if Kaingsing passed the test then he'll eat shit, and if Kaingsing fails he will do whatever he says. Next, teacher calls upon Xiaoyu. She easily passes the test as her pet was of perfect quality, and she will be in the top class. Everyone was in awe of her strength. Now the teacher finally calls Kaingsing. Zhu warns him that he better be prepared to kneel down and lick his shoe, as he was sure that if couldn't pass this test. Xiaoyu wishes Kaingsing good luck. Everyone starts making fun of him as they believe that Kaingsing didn't have any spirit pet, and it would be better if he just drops out. Kaingsing summons 205 and everyone gets shocked, including Zhu Wai, as they believe that Kaingsing's spiritual powers were damaged, so he shouldn't be able to summon a spirit pet. Zhu Wai couldn't believe his eyes as he watches the same husky he killed himself as Kaingsing's spirit pet. Now he gets scared. At this rate he might actually pass the test, so he comes up with an idea and makes fun of Kaingsing for having a husky as a spirit pet. He says, "Do you expect the husky to fight? Are you kidding?" Kaingsing mocks Zhu Wai by saying, "I passed the test. Where do you plan to live? Broadcast yourself eating shit." When the time comes let me know, okay. Zhu says he is man of his words, but he will only lose when Kaingsing passes the combat ability test, which he believes Kaingsing can never succeed with his husky. Kaingsing laughs as Zhu started playing with words. Firstly, the bet was only to pass the test, not the final exams, and now being in trouble Zhu has to use such cheap tricks, but still Kaingsing says fine, I'll make sure you lose until you can't lose anymore. Finally, teacher tests 205 and he turns out to be of perfect quality, so Kaingsing will be in the top class above Zhu Wai. Everyone was shocked by watching Kaingsing's husky is of perfect quality, and now he will be in the top class. Kaingsing mocks Zhu Wai by asking if he is ready to eat shit. Cause he better be. Xiaoyu addresses Kaingsing after the test and congratulates him for passing the test. Now the teacher announces that the first round of exams are over and the practical assessment will take place tomorrow at the Demon Spirit Forest. Everyone starts murmuring about that place as they have heard rumors about that place being extremely dangerous. Rumors are the Demon Spirit Forest is full of dangers and even E or D grade evil spirits appear there. The teacher says although the school will try to ensure everyone's safety, nothing is absolute. Therefore, I hope you will all fully brace yourselves for anything that might come your way. Zhu Wai, hearing that the exam is going to happen in Demon Spirit Forest, thinks of an idea to get rid of Kaingsing then and there. Kaingsing gets a little worried himself after hearing that the exam is going to happen in Demon Spirit Forest, and tells himself to get prepared for tomorrow. Suddenly from behind he hears a voice, "Yi brother Yi." It was the young master Sutila. Kaingsing asks if goes to the same class as well. He responds that yes, I'm in the same year as you but in class 1. Kaingsing wonders as a rich kid like him should be in one of the top schools. Sutila says that the only reason he is here is because the school is close to where he lives and besides his family doesn't lack resources, so it's the same everywhere for him. Later he asks Kaingsing how did the exams go. Kaingsing responds he got in the top class. Sutila says that it's the same for him and it looks like they will be classmates soon. Sutila asks Kaingsing to come celebrate passing this exam with him, but Kaingsing hesitates as he can't afford wherever he will celebrate. Sutila realizes that Kaingsing doesn't have the privilege to spend as he pleases, so he says no need to worry, he will be treating, so just have fun. They go to the Imperial Club. Kaingsing gets a bit overwhelmed as this is a first-class club in the Jiangnan city and most people can't get in even if they have the money. Sutila tells the attendant to reserve the best room for them. Zhu Wai was present there too, so he wonders how Kaingsing entered this club and who is this bumpkin with him who wants the best room. He teases Kaingsing saying wouldn't you be in trouble if other people found out that Kaingsing came here secretly, as he believes Kaingsing could never afford this place. Sutila interrupts Zhu Wai and asks Kaingsing who is this idiot. Zhu Wai introduces himself and calls Sutila shameless for asking the best room, which even he can't get. Those who go to the Imperial Club all know that the best room isn't something so easily accessible. Sutila asks the attendant if he is qualified to enter the best room. The attendant responds, yes of course young master. Now Zhu Wai gets shocked hearing that he is the mercenary city lord's son. Sutila says that he knows Zhu Wai. Your family is indeed one of the best in Jiangnan city, but it's nothing to him. He warns Zhu Wai to be the polite from next time talking to Kaingsing, and addresses Kaingsing as brother. Zhu Wai gets pissed and wonders how does Kaingsing has connections with Sutila. Sutila asks the attendant to add Zhu Wai in the Imperial Club's blacklist. Zhu Wai says just because you are the son of mercenary city lord doesn't mean you can do whatever you want here. Sutila responds, have your idiotic brain not got it yet? Not anyone is qualified for the best room, still you don't understand why I have the qualifications to enter it. He reveals that he is the boss of the Imperial Club and tells Zhu Wai to get lost. He are not allowed here anymore. As Sutila tells Zhu Wai to get lost, the guards quickly come around and tell him to please leave this premises now. Zhu Wai remembers that his father told him to never provoke the boss of Imperial Club as he is shrouded in mystery, but little did he knew it was the mercenary city lord's son, Sutila. Kaingsing asks Sutila if he was the actual owner of the Imperial Club. He says that he just took over the business, that his dad didn't want it anymore. While leaving, Zhu Wai warns Kaingsing to watch out for himself as having a royal family backing him up won't save him from Zhu Wai. Sutila relieves Kaingsing's mood, says let's go and relax in the room. The next day was the practical exams conducted in the Demon Spirit Forest. The announcer, while explaining the rules, says the outer edge of the Demon Spirit Forest will mostly contain F-grade evil spirits, however there are few E-grade evil spirits roaming around as well, but once you enter deeper into the forest the number of E-grade evil spirits will increase sharply, and you might even encounter evil spirits above E-grade as the risk of the demonstrated forest is very high. We advise you to stay on the outskirts as much as possible for everyone's safety. The school has hired iron-blooded mercenary to protect everyone from shadows. However, that doesn't mean you can start acting reckless, because once mercenary has to take action, that would mean that you have failed the test. Everyone wonders why the iron-blooded mercenaries are willing to protect them, as they are the #1 mercenary group in Jiangnan City. Kaingsing realizes that it's Kaiyu Wu's mercenary group, so he starts worrying. Sutila assures him not to be worried, they don't dare of touching the students. Still, Kaingsing was worried and he says to himself if they dare to take advantage of this exam to do something with him, he won't hold back either. The announcer further explains the rules. Your task is to obtain an F grade. You will spirit another pill. Of course, if you are strong enough, you can get an E grade inner pill that's even better. The exam duration is of 3 days. After 3 days we will gather here again. If you do not return after 3 days, you will fail. As well, the second test shall now begin. I wish everyone good luck. Sutila, Xiaoyu and Kaingsing go inside the forest together. Kaingsing asks Su if his pet was really a Kirin. For his response, he proposes one more question addressing his pet as Da Bai. Isn't he handsome? He's a subspecies odd Kirin, which is very rare. Kaingsing says yes, he is handsome, although his name is too generic and doesn't really match. To his response, Sutila says that watch your pet's name first. His eyes are full of wisdom, so 205 as a name also doesn't suit on him. While they both were having fun chatting, Xiaoyu just that there is a scorching earth flower just in front of them. She says that the scorching earth flower is very rare, and we are very lucky to find it here. She says that my father looked for a spirit pet nurturer, and he said that the scorching earth flower is needed for Hu to be promoted to E grade. Sutila tries harvesting this plant, but Kaingsing stops him and says that their roots reach deep into the lava underground, so it's impossible to take the whole plant using brute force. To pick it will ruin the whole plant. Therefore, the correct picking method is to pick only its petals so that after several years it will bloom again. Both Sutila and Xiaoyu gets impressed by how amazing Kaingsing has become. Sutila now tries picking the petals, but suddenly a scorching earth servant spirit appears. Do you like to eat the flowers so they are always present if there is one? Xiaoyu tells Hu to perform flame strike and Da Bai traps him by his frost ground, then uses freezing osmanthus to finish it off. Over that, Kaingsing also orders his 205 to perform a nether fire strike. Kaingsing describes that the most painful feeling after getting hit by the nether fire strike is the burning of your soul. They defeat the evil spirit. Sutila compliments Kaingsing and asks him if he is okay. Kaingsing says he is all good. Xiaoyu on the other hand wonders why the scorching earth flower is withering away. Kaingsing guesses the reason behind this would be that without the support of healthy branches, and leaves the energy in the petals of the scorching earth flower will begin to leak out, and it can only be stopped if there is a storage vessel that can seal the energy leakage. Kaingsing suggests to simply use it before it goes to waste. Kaingsing that's the inner pill obtained from the evil and crushes it with his hands and asks Xiaoyu for the petals. Sutila gets amazed by watching Kaingsing break the pill by his bare hands as they are harder than the rock. Kaingsing has done 205 seconds advancement before just like this, so he believes it would be fine this time too. Sutila and Xiaoyu both wonder since when did he get so good at nurturing pets. He makes something out of the pill and the petals, which was looking a bit disgusting, but he says it's extremely effective. Huo gets a little scared as he has to eat this thing. Xiaoyu assures him that it will be okay. Sutila also asks help to Kaingsing, seeing his skills. As Da Bai is of rare species, many nurturers don't know his advancement. Kaingsing says that no need to worry, the materials needed for his advancement should be also available in this forest, but before that, if Huo's rosefinch lineage is activated, her power will increase several times. Huo eats it regardless how it was looking and transforms into an egg and then rebirths successfully, being more powerful. Xiaoyu thanks Kaingsing for Huo's advancement, but he says there is no need. Watching Huo's advancement, Sutila thinks that with the help of Kaingsing he can upgrade his Da Bai too. By looking towards Da Bai, Kaingsing says that he is a Kirin subspecies, so there is a high chance he can turn into a true Kirin. But there is one difficulty because Kirins have dragon blood in them. In order for Da Bai to evolve, he will need dragon's breath, which is extremely rare no matter where you are. The second day begins. They all go to the Demon Spirit Forest, Snow Peak Mountain. It's too cold here because the climate change, because many frost-type evil spirits are here. Sutila thanks Kaingsing for taking so much efforts for his pet. Kaingsing says no need to worry, he won't go back on his words. He will help Da Bai evolve. Sutila realizes that Kaingsing is very familiar with spirit pets and even managed to evolve a rose finch. He is already better than those so-called nurturing experts. So why are you poor? Kaingsing wonders what has nurturing pets has to do with being poor. Sutila explains him that spirit masters are willing to spend money to look for a nurturer to advance their spirit pets. So a spirit pet nurturer is the most sought after of all professions. Xiaoyu also agrees with him. Kaingsing also realizes the same. Why didn't he think of becoming a nurturer before then? Suddenly they all hear a voice from some distance. They wonder that it's been a long time since they entered the Snow Peak Mountain, but still they haven't encountered a single evil spirit. Kaingsing asks Huo to spit some flames in that direction. Turns out to be it's a snow wolf, and sooner they realize they have been surrounded by a bunch of snow wolves from all sides. The snow wolves don't have any special skills, but they are good at group warfare and will fight the enemy at all costs. Kaingsing comes up with an idea to defeat them. He states that destroying the leader will collapse the whole gang. Kaingsing asks Sutila to tell Da Bai to cover him. Da Bai's frost ground freezes the wolves to the ground. To back him up, Kaingsing tells 205 to use Nether Fire Strike. The combined attack hits the leader. Kaingsing then tells 205 to make the other wolves leave. 205 howls and all the wolves retreat. Both Sutila and Xiaoyu wonder how 205 was able to do that. Kaingsing explains that with his Cerberus lineage, 205 can suppress canine evil spirits or spirit pets. Moreover, he also killed the Wolf King just now. Kaingsing presents the Snow Wolf King's E-grade inner pill to Sutila and tells him that the only thing they need now is the cold expelling flower for Dabai to advance. Next, they arrive at a strange place near the pond where there is no signs of ice even when the temperature is at least 30 degrees below zero. Kaingsing touches the pond's water and they notice some movements in the water. Xiaoyu asks Kaingsing what kind of evil spirit is that, as she has never seen that spirit in the Evil Spirit Index before. Kaingsing responds that it's a void blue whale. It's extremely rare and not many people have seen it before, so it isn't recorded in the Evil Spirit Index. Xiaoyu again gets amazed by the knowledge that Kaingsing possess. It's an F-grade non-aggressive evil spirit. It isn't dangerous. The evil spirit tries to escape, but Kaingsing and 205 jumps into the water to catch him. It was fast, obviously being a fish, but there underwater he sees cold expelling flower and understands why this pond wasn't frozen. He ignores the flower and swims to catch the fish as it's the priority right now. For Kaingsing's surprise, 205 comes around the spirit and does a pincer attack and traps the spirit. They both come out of the water with the spirit. The spirit seems a bit scared, so Kaingsing gives him two choices: either get eaten or be his spirit pet. The fish agrees easily as he didn't want it to get eaten. Kaingsing makes fun of being an evil spirit who is even more wimpy than a husky. Kaingsing says he won't treat him badly as he is his pet after all, and tells the fish to be ready to sign the contract. The spirit system appears and tells that spirit pet creation is successful. The host can obtain 1/10 of its power and 1 skill. Kaingsing chooses the spatial shift as the skill. Although it doesn't have any attack power, it's an extremely useful space-type support skill to have. Xiaoyu asks Kaingsing how the fish is floating now. Kaingsing explains as it evolved into a kun that has spatial powers. Sutila again gets amazed by Kaingsing's skills and Xiaoyu also appreciates him. Kaingsing says there is something more amazing you haven't seen. Then he makes the pet disappear and reappear again. Then Sutila notices suddenly the lake starts to freeze. Kaingsing explains that the lake didn't freeze over because it contained a lot of cold expelling flower belly. Just now he told the Void Kun to teleport to the bottom of the lake and to collect all of them in its belly. Xiaoyu asks how the flowers are not damaged even when Void Kun eats them. Kaingsing says that's because the space-type Void Kun has a belly of the universe that can accommodate all things. The cold expelling flower didn't go into his stomach but was kept in another space. Kaingsing suggests that although they haven't found the dragon's breath yet, Dabai can still be advanced by all the materials gathered till now, and tells Dabai to get ready. Sutila encourages him. It's for your own good, even if it's rock, you still have to swallow it. Dabai gulps up the rock and a strong frosty aura surrounds him. Huo uses her fire to resist the frost energy. For an instance, when everyone was busy watching Dabai evolve, someone attacks as this was an ambush. They were ambushed by Zhu Wei and Qi Wu and his companions from Iron Mercenary Group. It seems they have joined forces as they both have same grudge against Kaingsing. Zhu Wei took the initiative and approached Qi Wu. Qi Wu thought Kaingsing was someone influential, but it turns out to be he's just an orphan with no background. Since this is the case, he won't have any worries killing him. Sutila interrupts Qi Wu, but Qi Wu is only here for Kaingsing, and he won't hurt the young master, of course. Kaingsing is unrelated to him, so Sutila's father won't risk making enemies with Iron Mercenary Group just for some unrelated person. Kaingsing laughs and says, "You guys really think you can kill me?" There were 5 people with E-grade spirit pets and Kaingsing had only Huo and 205 as Dabai was evolving. The odds were against Kaingsing. Qi Wu orders everyone to attack Kaingsing. Kaingsing tells Huo to hold back the red flame ape and tusk boar. He and 205 will take care of the berserk bear and wrestling kangaroo. They just have to delay until Dabai evolves, then they can win. There was still Zhu Wei remaining with his pet. Kaingsing says he will take care of him. Zhu Wei still thinks Kaingsing doesn't have a spirit pet, so he took Kaingsing for granted. Kaingsing takes advantage of this opportunity and uses spatial shift and attacks Zhu Wei from behind. He grabs him from his neck. Zhu, seeing that he is about to die, orders everyone to back off, but Qi Wu couldn't care less about him. He says Kaingsing can kill him if he wants, they have nothing to do with each other. Zhu Wei gets scared and asks Kaingsing for mercy. He begs to spare him and end the previous grudges here, and he will help them to fight the Iron Blood Mercenary Group. Kaingsing was filled with anger and hatred towards Zhu Wei. He says, "Have you ever spared me before?" Without a second thought, he snaps his neck and kills Zhu Wei. Qi Wu didn't actually believe that Kaingsing could kill him. He underestimated Kaingsing. Zhu Wei pet enters berserk mode as he lost his master. He tries attacking Kaingsing, but he dodges the attack using spatial shift. Qi Wu orders the mantis to attack his companions instead of him. Kaingsing quickly tells Void Kun to send Xiaoyu and Sutila into dimensional space. Huey Wu notices that Kaingsing has Void Kun, which is space-type spirit pet which he was searching for so long. Kaingsing has to finish this fight quickly. Sutila and Xiaoyu can only stay there for half a minute, and also he is running out of energy to use spatial shift. Huey Wu sees this opportunity and tries attacking Kaingsing with all his strength. Suddenly Sutila notices that Da Bai's energy has changed. Da Bai was finally evolved. His advancement was successful and he was more stronger now. Sutila orders Da Bai to kill them all. Huey Wu and his companions try to retreat, but Kaingsing with his Cerberus and Da Bai surround them from both sides. Kaingsing plans killing them as well. Huey Wu tells that if he kills him then the Iron Blood mercenary group will definitely come after him. Kaingsing responds if they come to kill him as a revenge then he will kill them too. Kaingsing has a fierce look in his eye. Kaingsing slams Huey Wu onto the ground and kills him. 205. Da Bai and Huo Huo also kill other spirit pets, and their masters as well. Kaingsing finally understands that being a spirit master is not all sunshine and rainbows. Spirit masters have to kill to survive each day. Sutila and Xiaoyu reappear from the spatial dimension and see all this bloodshed. Kaingsing was busy with the bodies. The smell of the bodies will attract the snow wolves, which is on their favor as they can blame the snow wolves for their death. Except the tusk boar, as he was killed by Huo Huo's flame, it must be hidden. Sutila gets astonished seeing Kaingsing so calm in such a situation. Ever since the descent of evil spirits, mankind can never return to normal peaceful times. Evil spirits are not only enemies here in the face of Prophet brothers, can also go to an extent of killing each other. It was late night. They get rid of tusk boar as a problem by cooking it for their meal. Sutila finds meat of spirit pet pig more delicious than ordinary one. Xiaoyu tells him to shut low as anyone might hear. Da Bai's advancement was a success and they have got 3 E-grade evil spirits too. There is still 1 day remaining for the end of assessment. They decide to train into the forest until then. Xiaoyu hears a sound from the bushes. It was Yi Qinghan. She looks all bruised up and seemed extremely dehydrated. She falls upon Kaingsing. Kaingsing tells everyone that she is his roommate. Kaingsing tries to pour some water from the bottle in his hand into her mouth, but she wasn't able to drink properly. He decides it would be best if he transfers the water mouth to mouth. He tries doing the same, but Xiaoyu intervenes him. Kaingsing justifies that it's just for saving her and nothing else. Xiaoyu asks to this task instead of Kaingsing. Kaingsing gives the bottle to her and she gives the water from her mouth to Yi Qinghan's mouth. She still doesn't wake up. Kaingsing suggests to do a CPR and tries doing that, but as he was about to touch her chest, she wakes up. Kaingsing gets startled and justifies that he didn't mean anything, he just wanted to save her. Yi Qinghan doesn't seem to be angry on him, which Kaingsing finds very strange. Yi Qinghan tells Kaingsing to call her big sister. Kaingsing suspects why she is acting so weird. She says Xiaoyu just kissed her, so she is one of her people now. Xiaoyu wonders if she is teasing her. She was a complete different person now. Kaingsing suspects if she has a split personality disorder. When Kaingsing asks her about the wounds, she says she got careless while dealing with an E-grade mission. She almost died. Kaingsing uses this as an opportunity for training and asks Yi Qinghan tomorrow to take everyone there. It would be great for training as it is a strong spirit. Yi Qinghan agrees as he was insisting so much. The next day early morning she takes them to the place. The evil spirit looked like an old tree. It won't be easy to deal with it. Yi Qinghan summons her pet Earth Rock Bear and orders him to attack the tree. Kaingsing didn't know that she had 2 pets. He had only seen Blackie as her pet before. The bear approaches the tree for an attack, but a tentacle monster appears to stop him. The Earth Rock Bear grabs the tree but the tentacle monster and attacks him from behind. This evil spirit is not that much strong, but it is difficult to deal with. The monster tries capturing all of them with his tentacles. Xiaoyu orders Huo Huo to burn away the vines, but the monster had incredible regenerative powers. It recovers quickly from. The vines also start absorbing vitality from Kaingsing when is trapped inside them. Kaingsing figures out if it goes on like this they will die here. This spirit is a wood type, so it should be afraid of fire. Huo Huo's divine fire can injure it, but it's not enough to kill it. Kaingsing orders 205 to perform a nether fire strike to see if the monster can handle attacks on both his soul and body. It deals lethal damage to the monster, so Kaingsing orders 205 to do attack it again using nether fire strike. The monster gets killed by this attack. Everyone congratulations Kaingsing for killing and degrade evil spirit. Kaingsing says it was just luck. It just so happened that nether fire strike could restrain its regeneration. Yi Qinghan gets impressed by Kaingsing and offers him the spirit's inner pill. Kaingsing uses it. The system opens again and offers a vitality crystal as reward. Kaingsing keeps it, thinking it would be useful to save someone's life who is in danger. Yi Qinghan now says goodbye to everyone and goes off with her bear without giving Kaingsing his share of commission. They decide to return back as this is the last day of assessment. Teacher Jiang Lin congratulates students who have completed the exams. They will now officially start learning the art of being in Spirit Master. Teacher starts announcing the respective classes of students. More than 100 students failed in this exams and only few students were left. Teacher says that there was a special circumstance during this assessment, and the academy has decided that in the top of top class there will be a special class which contains only 5 students. They are Su Tila and Xiaoyu. Everyone expected them to be in this class. Then Zhu Lang and Zhu Yu. Everyone was surprised to see both of them in the special class as nobody heard of them before. Looking at their appearance, they looked like siblings. Lastly, Kai Yingxing was qualified. Everybody was in shock seeing Kai Yingxing qualify to the special class with his husky. The qualified students followed teacher Jiang Lin. While following the teacher, the announcer which announced the rules at the beginning starts shouting at Kai Yingxing and accuses him as the murder of Zhu Wei. He says Zhu Wei was his nephew and Kai Yingxing killed him. Kai Yingxing asks if he has any evidence that Kai Yingxing killed Zhu Wei. The announcer says he doesn't need any evidence to kill Kai Yingxing, and he was about to attack him, but teacher Jiang Lin stops him and says she won't allow him to touch Kai Yingxing until he brings evidence, as he is her student. He is her responsibility. She protects him even if it costs being enemies with Zhu Wei's family. Now the announcer gets scared as Zhu Wei died under his jurisdiction. The family will blame him for his murder. If it weren't for teacher Jiang Lin, he would have killed Kai Yingxing, but still he thinks that when the time comes, Iron Blood mercenary group will definitely try killing Kai Yingxing. Everyone wonders why did the academy make a special class for just few students. Teacher Jiang Lin explains because your talents and the bloodline quality of your spirit pets have exceeded the expectations of the academy and are much stronger than those students in the top class. It'd be a waste if the academy puts you together with them. Teacher tells everyone except Kai Yingxing to go get some rest and come back here tomorrow to officially begin the training. Kai Yingxing wonders what must be the reason teacher wanted him to stay. His mind comes up with something naughty ideas. Kai Yingxing tries flirting with the teacher and asks if they could go to a cafe instead. Teacher slams into his head with her hand and says he is not worthy. Look yourself in the mirror. No more fooling around. She asks if he has unlocked awakened state. Kai Yingxing didn't get it at first, so teacher elaborates that the awakened state is achieved when the compatibility between Spirit Master and the pet reaches 50%. When that happens, the Spirit Masters are able to share a part of the Spirit Pet's power. When the compatibility reaches 100%, the Spirit Master and pet get merged and Spirit Master gets to use all the abilities of the Spirit Pet. Teacher says Kai Yingxing not to look down on awakened state as it's extremely difficult to achieve. The last time teacher saw Kai Yingxing beating Ironback Wolf using his own strength, so she thought he has already unlocked awakened state. Kai Yingxing didn't know his compatibility percentage with 205, so teacher asks Kai Yingxing to attack her. She says to go all out in the fight, she isn't scared of him. Kai Yingxing also gets excited and attacks teacher, but she grabs his hand and slams him onto the ground. Kai Yingxing gets up. Teacher again asks Kai Yingxing to use his full strength, then only they can understand the compatibility level between Kai Yingxing and his pet. Kai Yingxing again tries attacking teacher, but this time she uses a powerful strike with fire attribute. Now the teacher makes the first move and attacks Kai Yingxing. By the fear of being roasted by the attack, Kai Yingxing uses soul shock. Teacher gets unconscious for a second. Seizing the opportunity, Kai Yingxing attacks her, but she recovers instantly and backs off. Kai Yingxing's one hand gets stuck onto teacher's breast. Teacher gets annoyed and punches him. Kai Yingxing falls back. She asks what was the ability he just used. It got her unconscious for a moment. It was Soul Shock, an ability 205 has. In order to use Spirit Pet's ability, compatibility must be above 70%. That means Kai Yingxing's compatibility with 205 is extremely high. Teacher reached 75% compatibility with her pet because they went through countless life and death situations together. So she wonders how Kai Yingxing managed to get his compatibility so high. Maybe it's because 205 and Kai Yingxing have already been living together for 19 years, but teacher denies, as if this is true then the streets will be filled with people that unlocked awakened state. The teacher didn't pry and understands, as everyone has their secrets. She says that she will be teaching Kai Yingxing more about awakened state after regular classes. Kai Yingxing gets worried if he will have to pay extra for those classes, but teacher ensures him that she won't charge for these classes, and even though he has high compatibility with his pet, in his current state it won't be of any use in real-life battle. So she will be teaching him utilization of this power. Kai Yingxing gets cheered up hearing that and fills with joy. He finally comes out, and the first thing Su Tila asks him if teacher did anything ambiguous with him. Kai Yingxing finds Su Tila to be such a flirt. He introduces Kai Yingxing to other classmates Zhu Lang and Zhu Yu. Both siblings greet Kai Yingxing. Su Tila says let's go to eat somewhere so they can know each other more. Kai Yingxing denies the proposal as he has to go for registration for being a spirit pet nurture. Zhu Yu gets a bit surprised after hearing that Kai Yingxing knows how to nurture pets. Su Tila keeps complimenting Kai Yingxing. He is a great nurturer. The next time you can ask him to take a look at your spirit pet and he might be able to help them advance. Kaingsing, being modest, says Sutila likes to brag about him, don't listen to his nonsense. Kaingsing leaves. Juyu wonders how Kaingsing is a talented nurturer, as the outstanding nurturers usually are middle-aged or elderly people. The reason behind this is that the Nurturer Certificate is the most difficult certificate to get due to the large number of spirits pets in this world. The amount to knowledge is also very complicated. It cannot be mastered without a decade or even decades of study. Thus that's a profession which is highly paid right now. Kaingsing approaches the attendant and asks if there is an advanced or expert level certificate form. The attendant gets startled as Kaingsing looks even younger than her. The attendant says that Jiangnan City is only a prefecture level city. The highest level you can apply here is intermediate level. Kaingsing gets a bit disappointed and agrees on intermediate level. The attendant gets a little astonished and says Kaingsing to reconsider it as the test is extremely difficult. Kaingsing confidently handovers the fees for registration form and says no need to worry. The test will be at 8 in morning. Kaingsing arrives at home and wonders if Yi Qinghan will come out naked this time again. Yi Qinghan comes out of the bathroom wearing a revealing clothes. Kaingsing was memorized seeing this beauty. Kaingsing, addressing her as big sister, says that she didn't give him the commission of last mission. Yi Qinghan doesn't seem to remember anything and warns Kaingsing not to keep staring her breasts like this. Kaingsing's suspicion increases of Yi Qinghan having split personality. The next day Kaingsing goes for the test. He handovers the form to the person outside and he lets him in. When he enters the room, everyone starts murmuring that he looks very young to give intermediate level test. He must be here to just spend money. A famous professor comes in as the in charge of this test. He says that the topic of exam will be somewhat difficult and it is to revive a spirit pet that failed, mutating even better if the successfully mutates. A person objects, "Professor, this looks like a stone statue, not a mutated spirit." The professor scolds at him, saying if he is not able to identify them, why is he even here? Kaingsing raises up his hand and states that it's a gibbon spirit pet, and because of its failed mutation it turned into a stone. The professor agrees that's right. You have 1 hour to figure out how to successfully revive this gibbon and you have only one chance. Kaingsing quickly comes up with a solution and asks professor to bring the following items: a vial of blood essence of an ape-type spirit pet or evil spirit at least of E grade, then 10 gold and silver grass and a scale from mutated pangolin. Professor asks if he is confident about this as this materials are very expensive. Kaingsing assures everyone that he is 100% confident, and if this solution doesn't work out then he will pay for the expenses. Professor wonders what's the matter with Kaingsing's enigmatic self-confidence. The arrangements were done, so Kaingsing asks to place the statue inside the boiling vessel. A candidate objects. The ape will die if it's thrown into the pot, then how are other candidates supposed to take the test? Kaingsing simply says that if anyone else have a better solution they may go ahead. The candidates still oppose him. Professor supports Kaingsing and says until he is a candidate too, so until anyone can come up with a better way of doing things, he has the right to dispose of this gibbon. The candidates' mouths were shut. The professor asks Kaingsing what is his thought process behind this solution. Kaingsing elaborates that the gold and silver grass and the mutated pangolin scale are both rich in gold elements. By placing them in boiling water, the gold elements will dissolve in water. If gold is incorporated into the gibbon, there is great chance that its fossilization will mutate into metal. The professor thinks why didn't he thought in this manner way before? This is basic knowledge. Still, it's unheard of for the nurturer to help the pet mutate through materials. About half an hour later the candidates get impatient as he hasn't changed yet. Kaingsing says that the examiner said all candidates have 1 hour, so there is no need to get impatient. The professor wonders if such a small vule can help it evolve. No nurturer has succeeded doing this, but right now it's almost dead. It'll evolve by himself when we awakens its consciousness. A miracle happens and mutated golden gibbon of battle type and of perfect quality emerges out of the vessel. The professor gets impressed by Kaingsing's skills. He offers him the highest level certificate he can offer, which is intermediate level. He encourages Kaingsing and says with his skill set he can easily achieve an advanced level certificate too. Other candidates start envying Kaingsing. The golden gibbon grabs Kaingsing's feet. He indicates that he wants to follow Kaingsing. As he is a primate-type spirit pet, he knows how to be grateful, and believes that it would be best for him if he follows Kaingsing. The professor hesitates a little as the association has spent a lot of money on it, but agrees on handing the gibbon to Kaingsing as he believes that it's an honor for Jiangnan City to have a young intermediate nurturer like Kaingsing. So Kaingsing takes the golden gibbon near Yi Qinghan's apartment. He names the gibbon as King Kong and performs the contract with him with the gibbon's consent. The system appears and says that Kaingsing will obtain 1/10 of King Kong's power. It asks Kaingsing to choose one skill from the spirit pet quickly. Kaingsing picks Indestructible Vajra and the system disappears. To test out this skill, Kaingsing asks King Kong to attack him with 10% of his strength. King Kong does as Kaingsing said. He was able to endure that, so he asks King Kong to add more 10%. Still, he was unhinged, so he again tells King Kong to add more 10% until it reaches 50% of strength. Kaingsing was able to endure King Kong's attacks. King Kong is considered a top-class E-class power-type spirit pet, so if Kaingsing can handle his attacks at 50%, then it means he will be invincible facing ordinary E-grade evil spirits and pets. Kaingsing handovers an ancient pillar which can grow small or big, long or short, and has a surprising weight as a weapon to King Kong. This weapon perfectly suits King Kong. Later on, he goes to school's training room where he sees Xiaoyu training with Huo Huo. Xiaoyu tells that teacher Jiang Lin has instructed everyone to do this training, which was to blindfold the spirit pet and let it rely only on master's command to avoid the baseball. This will improve the tactics, understanding, and trust between the master and spirit pet. Zhu Lang, although with his pet Xiaoba, seems to be struggling with this training. Teacher Jiang Lin says him to stop as his spirit pet is an exception for this kind of training method. Teacher then asks Kaingsing why he was late and didn't attend morning lectures. Kaingsing says that he went to take the nurture test in morning and he managed to get an intermediate level certificate. Everyone starts congratulating him. Su says he is proud to have a brother like Kaingsing who is an intermediate nurturer. Teacher Jiang Lin also appreciates Kaingsing for his achievement. The celebration can wait until end of school, so she takes him to sparring room for training. Teacher says that it's best that their training is kept at secret and she doesn't want the school to know that she is giving extra favor treatment to Kaingsing. Teacher explains that today they will be learning a powerful martial arts used before the new era came called as the one-inch punch. It focuses on maximizing internal strength and gathering it into the fist, then releasing it with one punch. Kaingsing has 1/10 of the spirit pet's strength. He still can only use half of it because he doesn't know how to use it. So learning this punch would be beneficiary for him. Kaingsing asks, as one-inch punch is so powerful, then why no one uses it in the new era? Teacher explains that only those who have awakened state can use a part of their it makes sense and will want to improve their martial skills. Because there are only few masters who can activate awakened state, not everyone can use one-inch punch. Their training starts and Kaingsing starts learning the basics of the one-inch punch. Later in the evening after the training, Su Tila asks Kaingsing what kind of secret training teacher Jiang Lin and he do. He suspects of them both going on a secret date. Kaingsing laughs it off and says with Su Tila's imagination skills he should be writing a novel. Kaingsing tells that he is planning to open a nurturing office. Su Tila supports him in this and says that he will take care of all the expenses for becoming a shareholder with a split of 50-50 shares. Kaingsing agrees as he didn't had any funding except Su Tila and he was worried about the expenses. Zhu Lang and Zhu Yu ask Kaingsing if they can join they just want to gain some skills and salary don't matter much to them. Kaingsing agrees, after all we all are classmates, so as long it doesn't affect your academic studies you all are more than welcome to join the nurturing office. Su Tila starts setting up the nurturer office in the street where there is a large flow of people. According to the standards of a nurturer office, he also sets up decorations. If anything has been missed it will be installed soon. Kaingsing appreciates Su Tila for being so fast and helping him. Su Tila says time is money. The only thing remaining is the name of the office. Kaingsing firstly comes up with Divine Pet Creation Studio, but that seems too long. Also everyone else don't use such names as it sounds arrogant, but still Su Tila likes it. Kaingsing says arrogant names are naturally to be matched by qualified people and he thinks that he has the qualification. Entering the office, Xiaoyu asks if Kaingsing is going to hire staff as they still have schools, so managing time here would be difficult. Kaingsing says no need. He is planning to take top quality goods route. He will only receive guests at specific timings and they have to take appointment in advance. Su Tila interrupts, but in this way no one will come in the office. Kaingsing elaborates that as long as they make names for themselves there won't be fear of no customers. By making customers wait for a long time will result in increase in demand. The next day the nurturing office opens. Su Tila wonders why there's no customer, but it's normal even though there is a large flow of people here. There are also a lot nurturing offices. Besides, they have to build reputation first as a nurturer, then things will go smoothly. Xiaoyu has an idea for attracting customers. A customer appears. He says that the name of this office sounds too arrogant. Kaingsing interrupts him and says it's none of his business if it's arrogant or not. It seems like this customer here is just to pick a fight. The customer tells Kaingsing he shouldn't have such attitude towards his customers. Xiaoyu walks in and shouts at Xiaoluxing for picking a fight with Kaingsing. Turns out to be that he is Xiaoyu's brother. He says that it's just a small store and attracting customers for this store feels humiliating for him. Xiaoyu tells him to shut up and do as she said. Su Tila and Kaingsing both realize that this boy is Xiaoyu's younger brother. Although Xiaoyu's is adopted, but still her father treated her like his own daughter. Xiaoluxing thinks that Kaingsing is poor, so he wonders why her sister likes him. Xiaoyu beats him and tells him to get lost. Xiaoluxing refuses. He now wants to see what's so special about Kaingsing. He asks Kaingsing if he calls himself a nurturer then he must know how to nurture a spirit. Kaingsing being modest replies he knows a little. Zia Luxing arrogantly says that if Kaingsing knows a little of nurturing then on what basis he opened a nurturing office, and mocks him that he could get trouble if something happens to the spirit pets, and don't he dare to put the blame of this on his sister. Sutila scolds at him that Kaingsing is an intermediate level nurturer, and they even have a certificate for his qualification. Zia Luxing refuses to accept the fact that he is an intermediate level nurturer. Xiaoyu tells him to get lost and he is not allowed here anymore. He denies and brings his ice crystal tiger which looks a small kitty, and asks Kaingsing to advance it to the next level. Kaingsing says that not only he can advance it but also evolve it and raise its quality. Zia Luxing says that if he manages to evolve Xiao Jingjing then he will take back its previous words and apologize. But if not that happens then Kaingsing will never talk to Xiaoyu. Kaingsing tells to bring 1 F-grade water-type inner pill, 5 frost flowers etc. After 30 minutes Kaingsing tells Xiao Jingjing to drink the formula formed by the materials. Although it smells stinky Xiao Jingjing seems to be liking it and starts eating it. A wall of ice forms near him and after a while he comes out evolved into a ice crystal saber-toothed tiger. Zia Luxing quickly grabs Kaingsing's legs addressing him as brother-in-law, and apologizes for what he said before. Sutila interrupts him as he gets jealous of Zia Luxing calling Kaingsing his brother. They both start fighting with each other over who truly loves Kaingsing. Kaingsing wonders why they are involving him in this, also what's true love. He doesn't veer in that direction. Now Zia Luxing asks a favor to Kaingsing. His dad's spirit pet became depressed and started vomiting, and no one could till date found out what's wrong with the pet. So Zia Luxing thinks that he can help the spirit